based on its availability. So there are two types of mutual fund which you should know based on its availability, which are open-ended mutual funds and closed-ended mutual funds. Open-ended mutual funds are again a recent innovation. They started mutual fund companies started selling open-ended mutual funds only after, let's say, 20th century. But closed-ended mutual funds, whereas it was the first mutual funds to be introduced in way back in 19th century. So open-ended mutual funds. What is an open-ended mutual fund? It is a mutual fund which you can buy all around the year, any point of time during the year. No non-availability. Then what is a closed-ended mutual fund? Can't you buy it at any point of time? You can also buy a closed-ended mutual fund at any point of time, provided it is available in the stock market. How? Why open-ended mutual fund is available all the time and closed-ended mutual fund is not available all the time? Because in an open-ended mutual fund, the fund management company personally buys and sells units to the unit holder. Whereas in a closed-ended mutual fund, the fund asset management company or fund management company goes for an IPO only once, initial public offering, and limits the number of units of that particular fund, let's say 1 lakh units. Okay, so when you see an IPO of a closed-ended fund, you can subscribe. Once you subscribe, the sale of units of that particular mutual fund is not between you and the asset management company, but between different investors. I sell to you, you sell to me, at the prices existing on that date, similar to shares in the share market. That is a closed mutual fund, closed-ended mutual fund. Okay, the units are limited. It's not, but whereas in open-ended mutual fund, the units are not limited. Any number of units, the mutual fund company will buy. Any number of units, the mutual fund company will sell. So, in a closed-ended mutual fund, the prices will be determined by the market activity, demand and supply. Whereas in open-ended mutual fund, the price is based on the portfolio value divided by number of units as on that date. So open-ended mutual funds have to arrive their price at the end of every day. Whereas in a closed-ended mutual fund, it is available in the stock market at any second. So it will be increasing and decreasing based on the number of buy and sell orders in the stock market. So that is a closed-ended mutual fund and an open-ended mutual fund. Okay, going to next slide. Types of plans in mutual fund. When you check online or anywhere your broker, there you can find many plans and many options of investment in mutual fund. Let's say some fund says regular plan, some fund says direct plan. What is a regular plan? What is a direct plan? Regular plan is based on there is an intermediary between you and the fund management company. That is called as a regular plan. And direct plan is you buying or selling directly with the fund management company. What difference does it make? Most people go for regular plans only. And what difference does it make? Regular plans is through an intermediary, and you can buy or you can invest any amount of money. No restrictions, no limits. Even you can start, there are funds which offer you an SIP, systematic investment plan, which will be seen in the following slides, even for 100 rupees a month, 500 rupees a month. That is called a regular plan. Any amount of money, no problem. Whereas in direct plans, where you directly invest in the asset management company, there is a minimum investment requirement. Let's say some mutual fund companies or some asset management companies tell you can invest in our direct plans only if you make an investment of minimum 25 lakhs. If you have 25 lakhs, come to our office, or else go to some broker, invest through a broker in a regular plan. Yes, they do tell this. So what difference does it make? Regular plans The cost of fund is little more because the asset management company has to pay brokerage to the broker. That reduces your net return. In direct plans, there is no such brokerage to any intermediary. That will increase your returns to that amount of that percentage. So that is your difference between your regular plans and direct plans. Next, based on distribution of returns to unit holders, you hold a mutual fund unit. Okay, and this company, the fund manager, is making so much returns. How will he distribute it to you? He has two options, or maybe sometimes some companies come with even other plans, but yeah, basically there are two options, two plans which are widely available. One is your bonus plan, where how much ever the return the fund manager has made, in proportion to distributing that amount of returns, this guy will distribute bonus units. Let's say 1:1 proportion, 1:2 proportion, or 2:1 proportion. He'll distribute bonus units so that the money, your returns, basically it's your money which is invested, so you get the returns back by way of bonus units. Or dividend plans, where the fund manager declares dividend to distribute your returns. Okay, and the dividend doesn't directly come into your bank account. Okay, don't imagine that. The dividend, if declared, will be in turn converted into units of that particular day's NAV. Net assets value, we'll be seeing what is net assets value next in the coming slides. In that particular day's NAV, and will get credited to your demat account. Demat account is nothing but you have a bank account for holding your cash. Similarly, you have investment in stock markets, or you have investment in mutual funds. All your units in stocks will be held in a demat account. Okay, so that particular dividend, whatever the amount of dividend you are getting, that will be converted. Let's say 10 rupees dividend. The NAV of that day is 2 rupees. So 10 rupees dividend divided by 2 rupees NAV, 5 units will get credited to your demat account. That is a dividend plan. So these are the various different plans available in the market, mutual fund market.